Hey, this is GatorX, and today I've got some odd news that I figured I'd discuss. I saw this late last night and figured I'd talk about it. Now, it's relatively significant for at least some of my interest when it comes to Pokemon. Now, what's going on is nothing special, honestly, but a promotion, or not necessarily a promotion, but a collaboration between Snow Miku and Alolan Vulpix. Interesting. This is going to be for a winter festival that happens in Hokkaido. It's in February. It's like I said, nothing special. I physically cannot go there, obviously. But the interesting thing is that it is a collaboration. There is this neat artwork, of course, that features Alolan Vulpix and Snow Miku together, and it's real nice. They've announced that this is going to be resulting in potentially some merchandise or this and that, which it's neat and cool and everything, but I just find it really weird and interesting. I mean, like a good weird and interesting. Pokemon doesn't normally do crossovers, and it's something I've been thinking about for a while. I would like Pokemon to do more crossovers. Obviously, most notably is Pokemon appearing in the Super Smash Bros. Series, but then again, basically every big Nintendo thing, and not even just Nintendo, like anybody basically can get in now. But that one is kind of a freebie in terms of crossovers. Aside from that, Pokemon doesn't normally cross over with anything. As far as video games go, there's been Pokemon Tetris, Pokemon Conquest, which I still have never played and I would really like to. And interestingly enough, this reminds me a little bit more of that in terms of this is a human character specifically crossing over with Pokemon. As far as merchandise and stuff goes, yeah, there have been small things here and there. And honestly, I wouldn't say that they're too significant. This one, like I said, not necessarily super significant. I'm sure the Snow Festival is very, very, significant over there. But in terms of lore, which is what we're concerned with, not exactly, but it's interesting at the very least, and I would definitely like to see maybe more stuff like this. It's really crazy, though, because, maybe people who only like Pokemon or aren't necessarily super familiar with Vocaloid and Miku and everyone, and they cross over a lot. They get around because I feel like Vocaloid are more character, they're not necessarily from a specific property. Yeah, they are from the Vocaloid software, obviously, but as the characters themselves, they cross over with basically anyone because they're treated like pop stars, basically, or treated like the characters that can just go anywhere and do anything, basically. So, interesting, significant. I thought I'd share, discuss, or whatever. But I definitely would like to see more crossovers and stuff like this. It's interesting. Recently, there was also the announcement of a Dragalia Lost and Monster Hunter collaboration coming up later on, or a crossover coming up later on. That's going to be in the actual game of Dragalia Lost, which is pretty neat. You're going to be able to get Rathalos, and the way Dragalia Lost works, you have adventurers and dragons, and you can pair up dragons and adventurers, and they can basically transform into those. It's pretty neat. So you're going to get to have Rathalos in the game, but obviously not Pokemon related. But I would definitely like to see Pokemon crossover with more stuff. Specifically, Dragalia Lost might be cool. Dragalia Lost is an interesting game because it's a Nintendo property. However, it's only on mobile games. It hasn't appeared on, the Switch, 3DS, or anything. It came out, I think, 2 years ago. So honestly, for the purpose of more crossover and connectivity, I think it'd be neat to see Dragalia Lost eventually come to Smash Bros. In some form. I think it would be neat for it to get a spin-off game on the Switch in some sense. And in the same way, I'd like to see Pokemon do more. Pokemon crossover games, unfortunately, the state of Pokemon crossover games is not amazing. I think I discussed it almost a whole year ago. But it's basically at the point where Pokemon crossover games are only mobile games, or not necessarily crossover games. Pokemon spin-off games are only mobile. Crossover games aren't even happening. The last one basically we got was Pokemon Conquest. And on top of that, that was an outlier in all of Pokemon spin-off games. But spin-off games for Pokemon are basically only on the mobile store, or only mobile games. With Masters coming out being pretty big recently, it feels like they're kind of going to stay there. For the Switch, the only other games, you get your mainline Pokemon games, Let's Go, and then Sword and Shield, and then you get Pokken Tournament, which was a port from the Wii U, and then we did get Pokemon Quest, which was also a mobile game. It was built like a mobile game. So overall, I'd just like to see more of this, or more stuff like this, but I would like to see it result in even more, like in games and in more merchandise. And on top of that, I don't even think we might even be getting much of this this stuff for the Snow Miku and Alolan Vulpix, because, you know, we're here in America. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I just thought I'd ramble for a bit. I've got some time off, so why not discuss weird things like this? Let me know what you think of Pokemon crossovers and Pokemon spin-off games, what you'd like to see in the future for both of them. Personally, like I said, I would like to see Pokemon do more crossovers. I think that Pokemon could easily fit into any other Nintendo franchise, in the same way that Link and the Inklings and Isabelle from Animal Crossing are all in Mario Kart. Very easily, you could stick Pikachu in a cart in Mario Kart, call it a day. It doesn't make sense, really, but I mean, does anything in Nintendo? But again, you know, let me know what crossovers you'd like to see, what spin-off games you'd like to see in the comments below. We'll continue the discussion down there. If you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. This will make sure you see each new video as it comes out, and will make you a member of the Chingling Squad. Anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.